Welcome back, everyone. Time for the 4SS seniors to come out and do their thing. Nice and steadily up the hill. And back past me they'll come, nice and slow. Here and Tom is indeed out there. Geordie Marshall from 3. So in 1, Casey Lagarde out of 2. BJ Kennedy from 3. Geordie Racing Marshall from 4. Timmy Baker from 5. Andy Mann from 6. Danny Palmer from 7. Artie Kretschmer from 8. Kieran Tom. They are the drivers, all 3 classes on track together. These are your funsters, and here we go then. The rumble will now begin the formation lap. They could have gone then, actually, they were ready. Up the hill they go. Told to go through the shortcut. Heading through Ample, Golden Nugget, the hairpin. Over they go to Oscat Engineering, the Dipper. Now they head up Burson's Rise and down the Sweeper. Getting ready for a green light start. Casey Lagarde has had the entire weekend to himself out front. BJ Kennedy has done all he can. And Marshall, well, Jordan has come back really strong in the last 2. So Jordan Racing Marshall is going to be hungry for something in this one. Here we go then. Do we go green at the first time of asking? We are ready to rumble! Away we go! Marshall stays with him. Yes, he does. He's gone to P2. So Geordie Marshall has gone to P2 behind Casey Lagarde. Now he's going to go inside. You leader! Marshall, for the first time, leads a race this weekend. And he's got Lagarde. Boy, oh boy, the final is where it needed to happen, and Lagarde has got work to do. BJ Kennedy's gone 3, Timmy Baker 4, Andy Mann has gone 5. Get on, Andy Mann, look at him go. He's got Danny Palmer behind him, then Arnie, then Kieran Tom. Up the hill they come. Marshall, hold, still he holds, and he will just hold that inside line. Lagarde trying to do that wood switcheroo. Whoa! BJ gets them both! Jesus! BJ Kennedy! Where did that come from? He just smashed it up the inside and went past them both. He's leading in his own class, remember, but leading the lines. Marshall now, side by side. Oh, he gets punted. Casey Lagarde touched him. That's brought Timmy Baker right back with them. Down they go. Who thought these would get into each other? Jesus. Round they come. Round DPE Queensland. Up the hill they come. BJ Kennedy is away. Then Marshall. Then Lagarde. Lagarde's going to go inside. Goes back to the lead. Lagarde back to the front. From Marshall. From Baker. From Andy Mann. Danny Baker, Kretschmer, Kieran Tom. Through they all come back towards me. BJ rounding it now and staying away as well. BJ holds and still he holds. But what can Geordie Racing Marshall do now that it's settled in? Casey Lagarde has absolutely giving it the gun and getting away from the lights and keeping up with the Supermax kart. Through they go, heading up the hill. Into Ample, Golden Nugget, the hairpin. Lagarde now looking to make a move on Kennedy. Andy Mann might well fancy a move actually. Andy Mann suddenly has a bit between his teeth and he's got Timmy Baker in his sights. Andy Mann then looking. Baker stays where he is. Andy Mann's right with him. Then Danny Palmer, then Arnie. Then comes Kieran Tom up at the back at the moment. So Kieran will carry on in the final. Back they'll come down towards me through DPE Queensland. Marshall's cornered Lagarde again. Kart Marshall. Geordie is not giving up. He is right on the back now of Lagarde once more. BJ Kennedy, though, leads the way. BJ, Lagarde, Marshall, Baker, Andy Mann, Palmer, Gressmere. Kieran winds it up. Come on, Kieran. Kieran Tom continues. And continues his way. Come on, Kieran, wind it up. Round he goes, heading down into Oscat Engineering. Up over the rise he goes, while the leaders have already disappeared down the Burson sweeper. And Lagarde now leads. Lagarde's gone to the front. And Marshall knows he must get past BJ. He cannot let Lagarde get any further away. He's got to go now. He needs to get past. Oh, BJ's still there. Still he holds him. And still he can't get through. He must make a move. He knows he's got to. Lagarde's getting away. BJ, Marshall, Baker, Mann, Bell. Danny then, right on the back of Andy Mann. Still Palmer chasing him down, and he's not giving up yet either. But now Lagarde's gone. Marshall has got to do everything to close that gap. He again tries to go through to P2, but can't make it stick. Lagarde, BJ, Marshall, Baker, Mann, Palmer, Gressmere. Through they all head, heading back through the Video Pro Brisbane complex. And still Marshall, desperate to get past. Absolutely desperate to get through, and still he cannot get it done. Through they head down the sweeper. BJ Kennedy driving the wheels off the kart. The Supermax is serving him well, but the light kart surely will get him this time. Geordie Marshall looking, oh, again he can't do it. Marshall still can't get through. Lagarde, BJ and Marshall. Still Geordie holding Andy Mann. Still trying to get past Timmy Baker and Arnie Gressmere. Now on the back of Danny Palmer. Arnie could make a move here as well, because Arnie's looking like he wants to have a crack at this one. So Arnie heads over the rise. As past me comes Kieran Top. Kieran continues. Better have a look at how many laps we've got. I didn't look. Through comes your leader. Up the hill. Marshall getting the head down. Marshall! Oh, doesn't go late on the brakes. Stays where he is. That is 8 laps completed. Still he can't get it. Timmy Baker's nearly caught him. As Lagarde goes through the complex. Baker, Marshall, BJ holds, still he holds. And I think BJ is a bit of a cork in the bottle. I think he's slowing them up. Come on, BJ. Put your foot down, my friend, because they're all bunching up behind you. This is going to be 9 laps completed, and BJ, he's about to have possibly 3 carts behind him. Up the hill they go. Still Marshall can't make a way through. Still Lagarde leads. BJ, Marshall finally goes through. Finally gets it done. Geordie Marshall at last goes through on BJ. BJ Kennedy will now try and fight back. And he's got Timmy Baker coming at him as well. Andy Mann's also closing him down. Andy Mann's getting after him. Danny Palmer behind with Gressmere for company. There goes Kieran Tom. Here comes your leader then. Getting into single figures. That is 10 laps completed. Just 4 to go. As Geordie Marshall continues to scrap. BJ Kennedy has now settled into a rhythm and is keeping Timmy Baker behind him. Andy Mann has caught them all. So Andy Mann has caught them all. Danny Palmer still holding off Arnie. Arnie goes tight. Danny goes wide, still he stays there though, as Kieran Tom comes through the Video Pro Complex to complete another lap himself, while the leader's gone through. Marshall's getting away from BJ. BJ is holding on. Timmy Baker, and Timmy Baker is being slow. Oh, BJ goes wide. All the dust in the face of Timmy Baker. Through they come through the Video Pro Brisbane Complex, back towards me. Still Andy Man chasing. Down Oztag engine, and oh, Danny's been passed. Arnie's got him. Arnie's gone past Danny. Arnie Kretschmer, he's gone past Danny Palmer and gets it done. So Palmer has been passed as Lagarde goes up the hill. The flag is not too far away. Lagarde, comfortable. Geordie, Marshall, comfortable. BJ, not quite so. Andy Man is also on the back, but Danny Palmer has been passed by Arnie. And still Timmy Baker's not giving up. He wants that scalp. He wants the Supermax scalp. He really does, and BJ's being made to work at this. BJ Kennedy. He often wonders what I say about him in commentary. Well, I can tell you, I'm saying, BJ, hang on in there, because you've got this. He's got to just hang on in. And the white flag is shown. He won't surrender. Lagarde goes through. Marshall goes through. He will be P2. Hits the big wave. And still, BJ and Baker absolutely slugging it out to the end. And round we come for the last lap. Through they go. Andy Man goes through. Arnie goes through. And give it up then. First up in the lights, your winner, Casey Lagarde, your C&D Titles champion. Second, Jordan Racing Marshall. And in the media.